What I wanted to do today, just because it's quite near to the end of the year, and I know that a lot of my clients are goal setting at the moment, let's talk a little bit about how to set goals and make them stick. Because for many of us, goal setting is a bit of a chancy thing. Sometimes we don't have the follow through that we wish we had. So let's take a little look into that. And to begin with, I like SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. In coaching, we always like to look at a goal that we can make happen within a time scale with a measurable result so that we know when we've achieved it. And also set a goal that you're not too reliant on other people for, because I really reckon you'd like to control the outcome yourself, yeah? Most important part though is measurable and with a set completion date. Without those two, it's pretty unlikely that you're going to fully commit and take the required action to make anything happen. Unless, of course, the goal is too easy. I wouldn't recommend you do that. So set a stretch goal, measurable by a certain date. In any field, doesn't matter, work, relationship, money, travel, whatever you like. And do that now if you haven't already. Maybe as you're listening or watching this, just write it on a bit of paper, write it on your device, commit it down now. And when you're thinking about what goal you want to set, maybe you have one in mind or maybe you don't, but don't overthink it because your heart already knows what it wants to do. And that's really the goal to pick. So my goal for next year, for example, is to run a program training other coaches to specialize in burnout coaching. And my deadline is April the 27th, 2022. I pretty much know I'm going to meet that. I've committed, I've developed the skill of setting and achieving goals. So, okay, how do we then meet our target? How do we meet our goal? And when I say that, I bet your mind is going straight to the list of actions that you need to take. But actually, we meet a target or a goal with our mind. We make a decision, we commit, we use discipline and discernment to take action. Action is the effect of a good thought. It's not the cause of achieving our goal. It's the effect of a good thought that will achieve our goal. So when you think about that, your why is very important. Why do you want to achieve your goal? Ask yourself that. What will you get if you achieve it? Or more importantly, who will you be? Who will you become if you achieve your goal? What is your why? Write that down as well. Because the result, the end point of a goal, turns out in the end just to be kind of a pleasant side effect. The real juice is increasing your capacity to achieve goals, because that's a repeatable experience then. That's a learned skill. You're going to achieve your goal when you think about it in a single brief moment, probably somewhere towards the end of the year if it's an annual goal. And when you've worked hard every day towards this goal, you know, that last moment of achievement kind of pales into insignificance. You will have already invested so much of yourself into your goal by that time. And really, when we think about this, I think about achieving a goal as leading with your brain, because solving problems with your brain, getting results with your brain is way easier and quicker and cheaper than solving with your actions. Imagine how well fail fast applies to your brain. Also, no amount of useful action can override a negative mindset. And if you don't believe me, look at your past performance. So what I got for you today is 5 tips to make sure your goal stays on track. And the first one is commit absolutely. At the start of the year, when your goal's fresh, commit. And also, if activity wanes later, anytime at all, or obstacles become all that you can see, recommit wholeheartedly at any time. Do it now, do it every day. Make it a habit to breathe life into your goal. Make it a habit to commit every morning and find gratitude for your sense of purpose, adventure, momentum, achievement. Decide to be in success mode and take that first small step forward today. Invest in believing in yourself. Goals, after all, are really just a gift to your future self. Also, write down, right now if you can, or think about it, what is your current commitment to your goal? 1 to 10. Score it 1 to 10. And when you did that, let me just tell you that anything less than 10 probably isn't going to crack it. You've already given yourself an out. So what I would recommend is you self-coach to bring your commitment up to a level of 10. And For those of you who know how to create your thoughts intentionally, this is one of the primary uses of that tool. So to make sure your follow through is strong, sustained, dynamic, dauntless, commit absolutely and keep your commitment at that level. Number two, don't look at the top of the mountain. One of the mistakes we make is our goal seems really big at the start and we're looking at this enormous mountain to climb, and it should look enormous if it's a big goal, right? But don't panic, you don't need to terrify yourself. Stop looking at the mountain peak for a moment, because it's the journey that's going to build your skills. The only step you need to take today, after all, is the next one. So break your goal down into what you need to achieve by quarter, by month, by week. And finally, for this current week, make sub-goal deadlines for yourself and put all of those on your calendar and eventually on your weekly schedule. Just break it down and then just follow your schedule, follow your calendar. No other option, make it happen. Obey your calendar. Your mind might be giving you a bunch of excuses right now, so listen to yourself, listen to them, because they're why you haven't achieved the goal in the past. And this is where your work is in achieving it this time. But don't make it too big of a deal. It's good to see your obstacles. It's good to know how your mind is putting those obstacles in your way, but don't become obsessed and bogged down with them. They're just problems to solve like any other. Number three, don't let doubt have a party in your head, because when you're setting a big goal, doubt's normal. You don't know how to do something right away, but when you prolong doubt, it becomes an indulgent emotion. It becomes a state that we spend time in order to avoid taking any action on our goal. So it really, an indulgent emotion is any emotion you feel, any feeling you have that allows you to escape another feeling that you don't want to feel. So maybe you've got a bit of fear of failure and you're escaping into procrastination because of that. Indulgent emotions can be doubt, worry, anxiety, confusion. All of them just take our mind off the problem and they become an activity. We buffer with them, which of course is very short-term successful. We do feel better for a moment, but just instead spend time allowing the urge to procrastinate, to divert, to distract, make excuses, abandon your plan, check your phone, all of that. Feel the original emotion, the fear of failure, all the way through, and then return to your schedule. Because if you're able to have a thought that generates doubt, you're equally able to have a thought that builds self-confidence, excitement, enthusiasm, commitment or discipline, whatever you need. Number four, be in done energy. And the best way to get a goal done really is via your future self who's already achieved it. It's just you a bit further down the line when the goal's done. So in your mind, be in done energy, be the future you now who's already achieved your goal. With all the right thoughts, speech, habits, and behaviors, you can borrow that and bring it back to now. And the energy of that will pull you into your future. Whereas your old thoughts, your old style of thinking will pull you back into the past where you didn't achieve your goal. So be the future you now. There's really no downside to that. They're further along than you are in many different ways. So look hard for the thoughts that you have that can create certainty that you can hit your goal, no matter what. Well, when I say no matter what, I really mean no matter what negative thinking comes up for you, what doubt comes up for you. You can still think thoughts that generate certainty for you. And then you can really just start to be curious how it all works out. If you're in done energy, even for one day, see what you produce in that day. This is your repeatable success. And number five, enjoy the journey. If you think you'll feel better when you're successful, that is a thought error. You won't feel better then unless you feel better now and take the feeling with you to inspire the right action. So find ways to appreciate your courage, your discipline, your efforts, your wins, your showing up, even your failures. Find a way to be grateful every day for being on the journey at all. Celebrate yourself, celebrate your life. You're already perfect. The goal's just for kicks, right? And when you pause to celebrate every day, you give your brain a reason to try again tomorrow. Our brains are very motivated by success and reward. If you've been kind of dwelling in doubt, confusion, some negative emotion, you've basically been feeding your brain pain. So stop it. Because the journey is, of course, about 99% of the experience of pursuing a goal. So enjoy that. Don't wait for that fleeting moment of success at the end. And last one, celebrate failure as well. Make a tally of your fails and be grateful for them. They are what create your wins, after all. This is you developing new skills. And remember, the only way you can truly fail is to quit. Everything else is just learning. Keep going, no matter what, no matter how many negative thoughts you have. And when you stumble, remember you promised yourself this. Remember your why. Remember who you want to become. Remember you promised yourself this. And don't let yourself down. Just keep going. Acknowledge yourself. Thank yourself for every step and have fun. You've got to remember that actually your goal is a living thing. It has animus. It will not respond to neglect. It's like a new puppy. You have to lavish your best attention and care on it. You have to find delight in it. And then when you do, everything about it kind of becomes a game, a puzzle, a challenge. Because otherwise, why are you doing it? So I hope some of those tips have helped you with your goal. I would be happy to speak with you further if you'd like to contact me. But good luck with your goals for 2022. All success to you.